Good.
So, welcome, Thais. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that you are in the right place, and I hope you keep calm and enjoy the conversation.
Sure. Thank you.
So, I will split you in small rooms. I think two rooms enough for today, just to make the conversation flows better. Um, Let me see, just a second. Okay, so guys, I need you to choose a leader in the room just to read the questions, to guide the conversation, and make sure that everybody talks. And 10 minutes before the end, I will bring you back to the main room. So, see ya, have fun. So, guys, you are here with me in the main room. Let's start introduce ourselves. Um, Me and Thais already introduced. So, Bruno, go ahead, please.
Sure. Hello. Good evening. I'm Biro and I'm 26. I live in São Paulo. I'm also a host here on TNT. I've been a host for around 2 weeks, but I've been joining TNT meetings since the beginning of September. Um, what else? I work as an English teacher, and that's it, I think. What about you, Clayton?
Hello, everyone. So I am 21 years, live in Catarina. So this is my first time that I participated here in TNC, and I'm a host. I'm here to practice my English, and that's it.
Welcome, Clayton. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Sure.
So today, like we said in the beginning, like we saw in the video, we're going to talk about the Soul's Day that always like the Day of the Dead. I hope you guys enjoy this holiday and take some time to rest and some time to think about the symbolism about this day. So the first question is Allsouls Day, as known as the Day of the Dead, is a day of prayer in remembrance for the souls of those who have died. Have you ever heard of special rites or ceremonies performed when a person dies? What do you think about it? Bruno, please.
I know I was supposed to know how to answer this one, but I confess I'm not prepared today to answer this one. I I know there are some rites and like ceremonies people perform, but I don't know the types. The only thing I could remember was what the movie Coco. Mm, I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah,
the first thing I thought when I saw the topic was about that movie. I thought about it. I don't know. They celebrate going to the I forgot how to say cemetery, like to celebrate and to remember, right? Like to I don't know if the right word is remember, but like to visit um, the loved ones that passed away, and I think it's something really important, and it's not something I am used to do, but I know it's something cultural, and I think it's important, and we need to respect. That's it.
Yeah, and this another thing that I remember about of this movie is they put something that it remember that the person have died, like the photograph or some
That's
object,
true.
something
Like
like this.
like a place full of pictures.
Yes,
Uh-huh,
yes.
that's true.
Guys, what do you think?
I don't know about a lot of special rites or ceremonies too. Basically, what I saw in the movie is everything that I know. And I don't think I have a lot of contact with the culture. I think it's awesome because I can, at least watching the movie, I could see they celebrate in a happily way that, and I think that's cool because it's different from Brazil too. Like, I have my family is very. Most of my family are Catholic, so they I think they celebrate in a different way, but it's more sad, like a sad vibe. So I think I prefer this one because if I were that, I would like people to celebrate, what my life was and what we've built together. So I don't know the rites and ceremonies, but I prefer it this way. I think it's a cool way, like celebrating in happily.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think the meaning of this, is so beautiful. I would like to have this kind of thing in our culture here too.
Yeah.
Also the fantasy and everything like this, I really appreciate it. So, hey, Luis, welcome. Good evening.
Hey Lara, good evening.
So today we are talking about the Day of the Dead, today holidays. So I just shared the questions here on the chat. Again, we are in the first question. Can
Yep.
you present yourself?
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Luis and I live in São Luís, Maranhão. I'm 28. Um, and today I'm here because I was missing out in the tea. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's been
So
a while since I
I have
didn't
to
see
answer
you
the
here.
question. No.
Uh-huh, please.
Oh, this question seems to be a little bit hard, but let me try. Have you ever heard of special? How can I pronounce this word? Is rites and ceremonies performed when a person dies? What do you think about it? I've never heard of any special rites or ceremonies performed when a person dies. I don't know. I have no idea. Is there any
Yeah,
ceremonies or rites?
in the beginning of this meeting, we show a video about the Mexico, the tradition of this day. They celebrate the fantasies and everything. So I know there is some other countries and cultures they have a different way to celebrate. I always remember the meme, that person is like carrying a, I don't know how to say caixão, but the song and everything. So I remember kind of some ceremony like this. So if you remember something or already heard about, just
Something that, for example, my mom does here. She light. How can I say this in English? I think it's candle. Yeah, she lights candle. It's a kind of, it's a kind of, to remember, you know, the the people who passed away. That is the only thing that I know. And also, um, here in my city, I don't know what people do in your city, but here um, they go to cemetery, to clean the place where the coffin, is put in. They also, leave flowers there. That is what I know, that people do here,
Mm-hmm.
over the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, I think it's the same here. And you, Clayton, have you heard about this, some ceremonies, and what do you think about it?
So beside this movie, I never see nothing special, special ceremony. Normally go to the church for some celebration, light some candles, at Harry, put some flowers for some uh, next people that die, and respect, of course, the day and pray from the people. Normally that, but nothing special.
Yeah, I think this is all that I can remember right now. Also. So let's go to the question number 2. Why facing death is a difficult experience in most culture, and why do people avoid to talk about it? Like even it's something that we have sure that everybody going to uh, pass someday. So why we do avoid to talk about it? Thais, what do you think?
Oh, this is a tough question. I don't know. This is weird because it's like something cultural, and but we don't know why. I keep asking myself this because I don't face like death as a bad thing, because as you told, everyone's going to pass someday. But we were raised in a culture that we don't talk a lot about death, and I think that's mostly because of this we face death as a sad thing, different from Mexico, for example. So maybe it's because we don't talk a lot, and I think maybe there are influences of religion part in that too. But I'm not sure. Like I can tell about this because I don't know a lot about. And but I think I would like to see, and I see that more as something like Mexico, like something that it is going to happen, and we have to deal with it, and it's better deal with it in a happy way. Of course we miss those people that have passed it because they're important for us, but I think I don't know exactly why we face like something that we can talk about or something hidden. I'm not sure. This is a good question.
Yeah, you're right. It's some question that I just bring to make us to think about a little more.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. I think it's kind of a traditional thing, maybe about the religion or something like this. Clayton, what do you think?
Very hard question. I think that, and I am avoid this question. No, I just kidding. So I believe it's depend of your culture or religion that you created. Some people have a more, it's easier to talk about it, and for other people it's more hard. Um, so I think it's a natural feeling for us to think only about to live and to talk about the day that you die. It meaning of your end. So I think this is because of that it's so difficult to talk about. But it depends on religion that we create. For example, Mexicans, so for them probably this is more natural to talk about it. I don't know. I have no right brains about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hey, William, welcome. Good evening. Are you there? Okay, so Bruna, what do you think about this question?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's something cultural. We we avoid talking about it sometimes. Um, And I don't know, I think it's something related to the Catholic point of view we have here in Brazil and its influences in our culture. So we shouldn't talk about it that much, or if someone lost their parents or like some relative, maybe let this person alone, like let their have their own time to face it and to deal with it. We we let the person know we are there to support them, but I know that like, for example, in the USA they have parties after the funeral, just to, I don't know, to celebrate. I don't know, they gather to sell. I don't know the reason, but they like meet people after the funeral. So I think it's just something cultural, and I think people avoid talking about it because of the culture. That's it. That's a hard question.
And you, Luis, what do you think?
Me, Luis? I have no idea.
Yes.
This question is, I have to agree with the order. This question is hard, because when you, for example, when somebody, you know, who is beloved, for you and for others, passes away, it's hard to face that, because anybody in this world, may explain, to that, to die. That's why, it's hard, not only for me, but for all of you, to speak, to comment on, on death. Because anybody, has an answer for that. How can I speak? How can I face something that anybody comes back to say, hey, Louis, death is like that. You have to do that to avoid it. Anybody is what does that. That's why it is difficult, to talk about it, because it affects the way that that you use to behaving, to behave, I mean, to communicate, to deal with people. It kind of breaks our heart. Death is something difficult to answer. Maybe in the future, because everything now, is going more technological. Maybe some, scientists will have an answer, for us to live, away much longer.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
I think I think it's inevitable being sad, as Luis said. It's inevitable being sad when someone you like dies, and I don't think I would be able to celebrate like when someone dies or passes away. But I think the culture we have here in the day of death should be different, because it's like something painful. You have to
Yeah.
remember someone who has passed like every year. And here in Brazil, we usually use this day like it is not a good day, it's not a good something to celebrate. We keep remember those who passed, remember the moments that we have with those who passed, but in a sad way. So I think it's okay. Like I wouldn't be able to celebrate when someone passes away, but I think like having a holiday to remember of the person who has passed should be something more happy, like to remember in a good way. And we don't have this culture, so it's kind of sad.
But tell me about you. Would you like, your relatives to celebrate your death? Like, hey, I want you, when I die, I want you all to celebrate, with, doing a good party with alcohol and so on and so forth, like that.
I don't like I wouldn't care about the party or how it's gonna be. I don't have
Mhm.
problems with that, but I think I would like them to celebrate. Like I would like them to donate all my organs and then celebrate like the life that I had because it's inevitable.
Mhm.
And I know some people have like it's afraid to talk about when they pass or if something happens, but I'm not afraid of that because this will happen. So I would like
Yeah.
my family to celebrate and be happy. I know that I can blame them if it doesn't happen because everyone deals with that in their own ways. But I think for me it would be good. Like not to maybe they were not celebrate at the right time because they're be sad. I
Mhm.
think but I would like them to celebrate after and remember all the good things that we went together.
Yeah, I agree. After if you kind of leave $1 billion for your relatives, they might be happy in the second day. I'm joking.
Yeah. But this is so interesting to talk about because it's very unusual, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that I was thinking a lot in this pandemic, and that's another reason why I chose this topic to discuss today. I was thinking a lot about the thing because of the pandemic and like all the time in the news is just another that about COVID-19 and all the things like this. So this got me so scared, like, oh my God, how can we deal with this? Like everybody have someone in mind that was affected about this in the pandemic. And as a student in health area, this is something that keeps in my mind all the time because we are taught to avoid death. We have to do everything that stop the death process, and like nobody can die in my head, something like this. But this is something so strange because sometimes we can't not avoid, that doesn't depend of us. So we have to find a way to make it easier, like not easier like the process, make the process more easy to deal, like not so painful, and like more dignity. There is a author that talks a lot about it, and I am a big fan, a Brazilian author that is Ana Cláudia Arantes. She have two books that talks about it. I would say the names in Portuguese. I cannot translate it. Is A Morte é um Dia que Vale a Pena Viver, Histórias Lindas de Morrer. I have the two books, and I think it's so beautiful. She's can I say, like, medica palliativista that take care of people at the end of life. And oh, it's so beautiful, these stories, and how can we impact the others even when they are dying. So it's something that I think it's very hard to do because we don't have this culture, but it's something that everybody will face someday. So the way that she tried to bring and to talk more about it, it's a completely different, like it's something so light, she don't see that like the end of everything. Maybe there is something behind this that we don't know yet, but who knows? So yeah, that's it. Let's go to the next question.
You know what? Now, you know what, Lara? Now I'm thinking of something like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna I'm gonna die.
Oh my god, a very good way to finish like your Tuesday night, like your holiday. Oh, guys, let's the others questions the question number 3 about the ritual make we kind of answered this one. So I want to let me see. We don't have too much time, so this question number 6. Are there any tradition in your city, state, or country that visitor might find strange? Like any traditional, we don't have to be related to that. Just traditional that people that if they go there, find uh, how people react like this. How can they celebrate or something like this? Clayton, do you have? Do you know any traditional
No,
there?
no,
Oh,
only
okay.
traditional celebrate. So
That's good.
my religion is Catholic, so the traditional celebration, like I said before, is go to the church and have some celebration, light some candles, uh, take some flowers for loved ones, and basically that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I comment about the point that you are talking before about celebrating the date of death. So I believe that no one family celebrate the day of the death from one loved one or one relative. Can celebrate this day, this holiday. Celebrate. Uh, why the day when some loved one die, we not celebrate? Because normally we think about ourselves. So who is still alive normally are saddened, start to remember good memories that you have with this person. But if you believe in life after die, so the people that die will have a better life. So normally is that we believe in Catholic religion, and for these people that die, so we'll have a good life. So after that. And I think this is a reason that some religion or some people celebrate, but not the day that these people die. I think so.
And you, Luis, what do you think?
No, here, there isn't any tradition in my city that, some visitors might find strange. Speaking of, um, the day of death, everything this is the same. I think here in my city and in other Brazil's cities.
And you, Thais?
Um, I don't think I follow any tradition. I don't have this culture to it's not the word celebrate, but celebrate the day of death. I haven't lost a lot of people in my family, so that I think this contributes to it too. My mother-in-law used to celebrate like this Catholic way because she is a very religious person. So she used to light up a candle and pray for those she lost and go to church on this day. Probably she went to church today. So I think this is the most traditional thing I have seen because my family it's not a very religious family. So we are not used to have a lot of contact with those Catholic traditions that are very present in Brazil. And as I told you, I haven't lost a lot of people in my family. So I never had this holiday was never so strong for me. Like never had a symbolism on this holiday. And when I started dating and I met my mother-in-law, she showed me part of this culture, because for her it's very important to pray and to go to church this day or visit the cemetery. So I think this is the most traditional way to celebrate this day I have seen.
So if you don't mind, Thais, which country are you speaking from?
I'm in Edmonton, Canada. Edmonton, city of
It's in
Edmonton, here
Edmonton,
in Canada.
Canada. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
In Bruna.
I don't know. Like when I read the question, I wasn't sure. Are we talking about only only Day of the Dead celebrations, or all kinds of like traditions? You know?
No, we can answer about all the traditional like
No,
anything
because
you
I don't know.
remember.
Because like talking about carnival, I think this is something people from other countries might find strange, or might not understand a lot how it works. Maybe festa junina too. I don't know. I was just thinking about our traditions here that are not, that like maybe people from different countries are not familiar with, and this might be something strange or like different for them, you know. I don't know, but it's hard. All these
Yeah.
questions are too hard, Lara. What?
Oh, we are today we have to think a little more, but I promise that next week will be very easy. Next week, I think the topic is
I'm
about.
kidding. I'm just
Sorry.
kidding. It's okay.
Oh.
I'm kidding. It's okay.
Don't worry. I know that and TNT is always like this. Even when I saw sometimes this some very hard question that we don't talk even in Portuguese, and when we think about this in English, became so much harder. But I think that's the funniest thing. So I will bring people back because we have just more 10 minutes and we have to finish the conversation, but I really enjoy to talk about this. uh, and like I was saying, maybe next week will be something we don't have to think a lot. We'll see.
No, it was good. I think this is a topic that we don't talk about, because we don't talk about death a lot.
Yes, yes.
So it was interesting.
And was that day, like this day, so it's a holiday, so whoa, why not? Let me
Let me
see.
share. Let me share experience that I have of the past.
Please.
So I spent some time in USA in 2019, I think, and in a small city there. So when some people die and you are to the way to the cemetery, funeral, so the cars that are on the street, so it doesn't matter if you know who died or not. The people stop the car, maybe park in the car in the street to wait the funeral car pass for you. So this is I find very different.
Yeah, I think I never heard about. I think it's a respectful way, to see this. It's very interesting.
Hey, Lara.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Lara.
respect too. I need to stop my car and wait the funeral car pass.
Sorry. What would it be the last question? Would it be a better place if what? It's incomplete.
Oh, would it be a better place if all had the same culture? Do you want to answer?
No. I have no idea.
Okay. So welcome back, everybody. How was the conversation in the room? Let me see. João, what do you think about this conversation? The topic was very difficult. Was here in the main room or no?
Yeah, it was very good. It's how can I say? it's a critical matter, It's something that it used to be hard to discuss about because it depends of religion and culture. But it was one occasion to share with people our opinion, and it was very amazing.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And you, Fair, what do you think about the conversation, the topic today? Fair, Fair, Fair. Are you there? Okay. Anyway, though, your
It
mic.
okay. It was amazing. It was fantastic because it's always good to notice about different culture and religion. Because although, yeah, culture and religion have some difference, but uh, sometimes we can unify those subject matter. And it was good, especially consider that today is a holiday that we can discuss more about it. It was good, and it was good to check that the people have some different religions, while other people haven't a religion, and the life is a cluster of uh, cycles in which we can change our mind. And yeah, it was good, especially the last question. It was good, but unfortunately, we hadn't time to respond it.
Well, was muted. So thank you, Heitor. I'm glad to hear that. And you, Thais, how was the for you like the first time here in Tinti? What do you think about?
I love it. It was very good, and I like it. Enjoyed the conversation. And it's yes, it's a difficult subject because we have a very specific way to look at it. Because we I think maybe most of us were raised in the Brazilian culture, which is a very religious culture. So we usually knows a lot about the way we celebrate or we live this moment. I like it because this discussion, even though it's difficult, it makes us think a lot before we answer the question.
Yes.
So it was cool. I enjoyed all the questions. They were elaborated in a very good way, they were interesting. So it was cool.
Oh, thank you, Thais. Thank you. And each meeting we have a different topic with different questions. So it's not always like this, but sometimes we like to read some questions like this. And you, Clayton, how was the Tinti for you the first time here?
So I totally agree, Thais. So these experiences are being amazing for me. So for me, lost the. I'm a little bit afraid to talk with more people, and these hard subjects make you use more brain. You need to think more before you answer the question. So this I think is what we're looking for. So this challenge to improve my English, and every time that I participate in TNT, I find some this kind of subjects are hard to talk about, and this make you develop your brain, like I said, to start to think more in English than you think in Portuguese and try to translate to English. So I think this what we're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to hear. Oh, I hope you guys keep coming and participating in more meetings. And we have another language also. We have Spanish, French, Italian. So feel free to join us. And I will share here in the chat the link of this live on YouTube. So please share this platform. Please follow us on YouTube. Give us comments if you like this conversation. Just put there, and if you want to give me suggestions about different topics, just put some comment there. And I think that's all for today. And yeah.
Lara, everyone, should go there, and give a thumbs up.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
otherwise, they're deaf.
Curiosity in the Mexico, it's become carnival, né? Por causa dia de Santa Muerte. México comemora, people play, people dance.
Yes, it's totally different. I really would like to see in person how it is someday. So thank you guys. Thank you all for coming. I hope to see you all here next week. And have a good rest of week. And good night. See ya.
Thank you. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night.
Have a great
Thank
time.
you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.